Before we were able to get the Roadster out, then they'd say, well, you couldn't possibly make that car work.
Well, it definitely reduces the power of the economic forcing function to go electric if oil is at decadal lows. I think in the case of Tesla, it probably affects us a little bit less because we have quite significant product differentiation. For lower priced EVs where it's more of an economic decision, I think they will actually take a pretty big hit. So the EV industry as a whole, I think will definitely suffer because of the low oil prices.
When you're trying to become successful, it doesn't matter what you've done, but it matters what you're doing now. So you shouldn't let the past affect your future. As long as your future path is something of positivity and encouragement, and you're doing the right thing not only for your life, but for those around you. If you've had a troubled past, only do the best thing that you can do now, because it matters what you're doing. Nobody should worry about the past and what you've done, but should be matter about what you're and how you're improving upon yourself every single day, because everybody has to start from somewhere and move up to somewhere else. So that's what you need to do, is make sure you're motivated every single day to improve upon yourself and make sure that other people know that you aren't the best person, but you're trying every single day to get there. You're trying to improve upon your life skills and anything that can possibly benefit you for the future and down the line, because that's what you're focused on now. Not what you've done, but what you're doing and what you could potentially do, because you are that excited about your future and you know your future is the future. It's not determined yet. It hasn't been set in stone, so you have the ability to go out there and make a great future for you no matter what's happened in the past. So that should be the mindset for you. Always try to be better than you were the day before. No matter what's happened before, always focus on the after and the next.
What the Roadster's greatest value is in breaking the misconceptions around electric cars, showing that you can have a fast, cool, beautiful electric car that goes long distances. So it's longer than any electric car in history. In fact, the Roadster set many world records in terms of its range. In fact, we've had one customer take it over 300 miles.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the first time, we're just to sort of show what we're talking about. So there are a couple of key things that are important in having a 3D tunnel network. First of all, you have to be able to integrate the entrance and exit of the tunnel seamlessly into the fabric of the city. So by having an elevator, sort of a car skate that's on an elevator.
Now, how do we achieve this? One of the ways we do this is we design the Tesla truck to be like a bullet. So whereas a normal diesel truck is designed more like a barn wall, this is a bullet. You can see this in the drag coefficient. So the Tesla Semi has a 0.36 drag coefficient. Well, this is a really good number. By way of comparison, a Bugatti Chiron, which is a $2 million supercar, has a 0.38 drag coefficient.
I ask myself that frequently. We're trying to dig a hole under LA, and this is to create the beginning of what will hopefully be a 3D network of tunnels to alleviate congestion. So, I mean, right now, I think one of the most soul-destroying things is traffic. It affects people in every part of the world. It takes away so much of your life, and it's horrible. It's particularly horrible in LA.
I think the Model Y will be the best-selling vehicle of any kind globally, so I think it will exceed the Model 3. I think we've got a good chance of it being the best-selling vehicle by revenue next year, and then I think quite likely to be the best-selling vehicle in just of any kind numerically in 2023.
I think in order for us to get to, like, let's say, ultimately getting to like a $25,000 car, that's something we could do, but it's probably, if we really work really hard, I think maybe we could do that in 3 years. The key to making things affordable is like designing, it's like design and technology improvements as well as scale. So if you think of, like, say, phones.
Well, that's what we're trying to do with Tesla, is we're trying to make the electric car so compelling that you don't care about cheap gas. It's harder, I think, on the solar front because electricity is more of a commodity. There's not like different types of electricity. It's essentially a commodity.
Long term, we have to find sustainable power generation and sustainable transportation, but both sides of the equation need to be solved. And even if electric cars weren't there, we still need to get sustainable power generation. The great thing about electric cars is you can generate the electricity from a wide range of renewable sources like hydro, geothermal, wind, solar, and nuclear where it's safe to use.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you all haven't already, please go ahead and like this video, Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on that bell for notifications, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.